said to everybody, oh, the community call started, and now Tam's in here too. So I think everyone's going to jump in soon.
We'll see. I think there's some things to hash out.
Okay, well, I'll get started. We're 3 minutes in, and we always have a lot to do in this. Zep, are we good? Are we live?
Yeah, live and the time is going. I think I restarted.
Okay. Oh no, my time's rolling. Okay, I want to praise Ivy for taking notes on all these praises. This is so much work. Holy crap, Ivy, you're such a hero. I want to praise Sam, Zepti, Paulo, Eduardo, and Santi for coming here to visit me in Barcelona. I want to praise Marco, Mitch, Vitor, Nugget, and Lauren for their amazing work on the dashboard. Marco's got an early draft of it. It looks really cool. I want to praise Nate, Mitch, Lauren, Nugget, and Zepti for their work on the forum posts, especially Nate for organizing all of it. Thank you so much, Nate. And I want to praise Tam for her amazing work on the swag shop and, of course, doing all the work that she's doing to make sure that we're all go for the launch. I want to praise Chewy and Julie for setting up Paris for us. I want to praise Livia for the SoftGov work around the Impact Hour intervention. It has not been an easy week. I want to praise Wesley for his support on TokenLog. I want to praise Vivi for always coming in and helping so much in every place that he can, whenever he can. Vivi is such a hero. I want to give a lot of extra praise to Ivy for all her supporting work in the accounting areas, in onboarding, in helping people make traces, and especially giving up some of that work for Shell and helping her get started on. And with that, I'll pass it to, let's go, Lauren.
Hey everyone. Wow, my praise is really similar to your script. So I want to praise Livia for attention to the Impact Hour stuff, and also Jeff, Sam, Griff, YGG, and Tam for submitting proposals. I want to praise Wonka, Mateo, and Santi for representing the TEC Colombia. I want to praise Sasha, Gabby, Fari, and other people in One Hive, Annie, for helping with the params names. I want to praise Mitch, Griff, Vitor, Nugget, Marco, Zepti, and Nate, and myself for the Commons dashboard and also the forum posts that are going to explaining it. I want to praise Jess for her fairness in pursuit of justice and following up behind the scenes. I want to praise Chewy and Eduardo. Praise Jim as well for helping coordinate. I want to praise Rochelle for helping in the whole ecosystem.
I'm still not ready. Can I pass it to someone else and then come back to me? I pass it to Eduardo.
Thank you, Shui. I want to praise actually Julie, who is here and helping us organizing the Paris trip. So thank you, Julie, for that and for reaching us out. I want to praise Christopher because I have seen him more and more often on the calls and in everywhere else. So I want to praise to you. I want to praise to Septimus, Griff, Paulo, Sam, who I met on the Give It House the past days. So praise you guys for that. I want to praise to Tam for supporting all the ecosystem. I want to praise Chewy and Lauren for the TC Scouts. And that will be all. I will pass it on to Tam.
Cool. So I'd like to praise, a lot of people, but I don't think I had a chance to finish all of it. I'd like to praise Anne-Marie and Suga for their really thoughtful discussions on the proposals, Jeff, Jess, and Sam for just such courteous dialogue, and I feel like love comes through in your words. In fact, everyone that submitted a proposal, because it's quite heavy work to try to come up with the right solution, or at least a good enough solution. I'd like to praise Taxel. Hey, it's nice to see you here. Welcome to the TEC. I'd like to praise Vivi because he's always a pleasure to work with. I feel like every interaction with him makes my day brighter and brighter. I'd like to praise Julie for planning Paris for us and Chewy for helping guide her in what we'll need. I'd like to praise Eduardo for the work that he's done on wrapping up the Hatch Outreach Working Group. And I will pass it to Craig.
Craig, are you there? Yeah. Are you there, Craig? You're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Okay, let's pass it to Acid Laser.
Hello, everyone. So I would like to praise Griff for helping me with my scholarship application. And thank you so much. And praise to Chewy for being a good mentor. And praise to Ivy, Escanor, and Chewy for their awesome work with Twitter. And I'll pass it to Tam.
No, Tam already went. How about
Okay.
how about David? Oh, Juan. Yeah, let's go on. Wonka?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I would like to praise Sam, Griff, Jess, Jeff, Livia for posting proposals into the Impact Hour discussion. Also, YGG and Octopus for their help on that. Angela and Sebnem for their work on the TE ecosystem. Santi for participating in the ETH Colombia. Santi and Mateo for participating in ETH Colombia. And Suga and Livia also for being very proactive and facilitating the dialogue around the Impact Hour discussion. The dialogue, the decision space, and the decision making. Their work is amazing. So yeah, I super appreciate that. And I will pass to Suga.
Thank you, Anka. Thanks a lot. I'd like to dish praise to Jeff, Tam, Livia, Jess, for their new proposals, and there's another one I can't remember. And also, I'd like to praise Juanca, Julie, Craig, Jeff, Lauren, Nate, Olivia, Jess, Vivi, and Tam. I think that was everybody who was just now in the call on the Impact Hour. And if I forgot somebody, I want to add them too. And I will pass to Santi. Oh, did I forget?
Thank you. Sure, go ahead.
That's okay. I'll get Ivy later if I forgot somebody.
Okay, thank you, Suga. I want to praise Sam, Pablo, Zepti, and Griff for meeting them yesterday on the Griff House, and especially to Zepti and Sam for cooking lunch for me and for the rest of the gang. That was awesome. I want to also give praise to Mateo and Juan Carlos for inviting me on ETH Colombia yesterday and letting me join their call. I also wanna praise everyone who submitted a proposal. As far as I know, is Griff, Sam, Jess, Jeff, Libby, Tam, and I think I'm missing one. I'll have to check. And I want to give praise also to Chuy and Julie for all the organization they're doing for Paris. It's amazing to see everything these two guys are doing for us. And I just want to give praise myself for getting my final certificate to be able to go to Paris. And I'll pass it to Jessica.
I'm not sure. I feel like I'm just gonna end up praising everyone. I just want to say that more so, yeah, I just want to praise the community. The experimentation that we're doing here, although challenging in many ways, is so incredibly important. I think there's going to be years of documentation coming out of the work that's been done here, and the learning is invaluable. So I just want to say, yeah, everything that's being done here is so valuable, and everybody here has immense value and equal value in like doing incredible things in the world. And I think it's already being honored and recognized by other communities. And yeah, we can write books about this for years to come. So keep doing what you're doing, and happy to see everybody. And I will pass to Pavel.
San Paulo, Septi, Santi, Eduardo, también.
Pavel, we can barely hear you. I don't know if it's like the Discord sound settings. Sometimes those
Better?
yeah, much better.
Yeah? Okay. I was saying Sam, Paolo, Septi, Santi, Eduardo. Also, I'd like to dispraise the Suga, Dan for the onboarding thing, and Julie and Chui for organizing the Paris trip. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll pass it to Septi.
Oh, thank you, Pablo. Yeah, I want to give praise to Arnau, Griff, and Lowy for the very warm welcome on the Givet House. I want to give praise to Edu, Santi, Pablo, Sam. Yeah, for coming out all together. This has been super fun. I want to give praise to Vibe for huge help on the rules on showing me like what the things can do, the admins on the forum, and brainstorming on rules for that. I want to give praise to Mateo and Livy and Santi for the huge work on the source code. It's going amazing. And yeah, I'll pass it. Oh, I want to give praise to the Params team. Like they're killing it. Like I want to give praise to Mitch, Lauren, Griff, Nate, Nogan. Well, actually, like Nogan, Vitor, YTG. Like the work being on the Params is being huge, and this is what will help us to build these economies. So, and I'll pass it to Christopher.
Hi. I'd like to dish out like a broad praise to everyone involved in the this intervention and the process of the impact hours, because that's super important work, and that I'm just so impressed by everyone taking part of that discussion and the bravery that it takes to open up such a complicated topic, and yeah, so that is my praise for today, and I'll pass it to Taksil.
Hey everyone, I'm just getting my bearings. No praise to dish out except to Tim, I guess, for saying hi.
Nice. Let's pass it to David.
Are you sure this one is in the T's this time, Griff?
Yeah, this sounds
All
familiar.
right, I'd like to praise everybody who took time out of their day today to come out to the community meeting. So rather than me rattling through the list of names, or that amazing, is it Ivy that is calculating that stuff? Yeah, beautiful work. Keep up the great work. And yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. Pass it to Chewy.
Thank you, David. Okay, I'm ready now. I want to dish praise to Griff and Tam for always putting their leadership to the community service. Nate, Lauren, Mitch, Noggin for the effort around the forum posts. I don't know if I'm forgetting someone there, but yeah, praise to this hardworking team. Ivy and Escanore for the Twitter work. David and Taxil for their approach to the TEC. We're all looking forward to your contributions. Eduardo and Lauren for the efforts around the TE Scouts. All the Barcelona crew. Septi, Sam, Paulo, Santi, Eduardo, Griff for meeting in person. If I'm also forgetting about someone, I'm sorry. I'll make sure that I give you praise. Livia for taking us through this Impact Tower distribution journey. And Julie for helping us prepare an unforgettable experience in Paris. I'll pass it to Paulo.
Thanks, Chewy. This week I would like to praise Julie and Chewy for arranging and organizing the trip to Paris. Of course, I would like to praise Griff, Sam, Septi, Eduardo, and Santi for meeting them here at the Givet House in person and spending some time with them. It was amazing and so great. I would like to praise Fabri from One Heart for helping me with some questions I had regarding the library I'm doing currently in Commons Farm. And also I'd like to praise Sam for making an incredible specification for the library too. I'll pass it to I think Craig.
No, we still can't hear you, Craig. Sorry, man. How about Nuggin?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, well, I want to praise first the Params team, so Griff, Mitch, Lauren, Nate, Vitor, for everything. Then I want to praise Sam for helping me out to get some issues on the Python work. Chewy for asking about the POAB and offering help. And YGG and Octopus for the impact hour analysis and making YouTube videos and forum posts for the people who couldn't be there just to catch up and follow what is happening. And then also just praise everybody who did an intervention proposal. So Sam, Griff, Jeff, Tam, Livia, and Jess. And I'll pass it to, I think Pavel didn't go, or YVV?
YVV.
First of all, I'd like to praise Matteo, Santi, Septimus, Nate, Anne-Marie Swen, Chewy, Escanore, and Livia for our first source grid test drop. Then I'd like to praise anyone who opened up impact our intervention proposal. YGG, Tam, Jeff, Jessica, Livia, Sem, and Griff. And I'd also like to praise Septimus, Griff, Tam, Katie, Juan, and Livy for always having great interactions whenever we're talking about something. But that's pretty much it. And praise Ivy for always connecting the praise from these calls. And that's it. I'll pass it on to D-Dan. I don't know who hasn't gone.
D-Dan, are you there? I saw you on mute. Oh no, man, sound on Discord is hard today. Let's throw it over to Julie.
Yeah,
oh wait,
pass,
you're there,
sorry.
you're there. D-Dan, go for it. Oh, but no, we can't hear you again. Man, it was working for just a second though. Julie, are you still there, Julie? Yeah, there you are. Do you want to try to dish some praise?
Hi. Yeah, it's my first time, so I guess I will just want to praise everyone that has answered to my message, asking all the questions, and I hope I didn't scare you with this huge list of questions. I pass to, I don't know, whoever has not talked yet.
Well, you know, all I have left is Craig and D-Dan, but they seem to have some audio issues. You guys want to try to unmute and see if either one of you can talk?
How about now?
Yeah! Yeah, go for it, Craig.
Cool, thanks, Griff. I'll just quickly dish praise to, Julie and Chewy for all the ECC work, and Matteo, Santi, Livy for all the for the source cred test deployment, and D-Dan if you're there. If not, Griff.
Yeah, what do you say, D-Dan?
Yeah, I will say sing some praise to Wonka, who, as always, can help bring me up to date real quick when I have been otherwise occupied. Praise to Griff for the no abnormal intervention proposal, and everybody else working on sense making in this topic. That's all.
Nice. Thank you guys for the great praise round. As always, don't forget that we don't dish praise just once a week. We're dishing praise all the time. So you can always dish praise in Discord and just save Ivy the typing work. Do it yourself, man. So yeah, if you don't have praise powers, you can ask any of the stewards and they'll help you out. Also, we dish praise in Telegram, and it's really nice to have everyone join this Telegram channel, t.me/tepraise. We'll get you there, and then we can dish praise to you on multiple platforms. It's very nice. Also, just the friendly reminder all the time, we are trying to have the best community in crypto. We're trying to make the strongest relational fabric that crypto has ever seen. I think we're doing a pretty decent job, and it's because people fill out this form. So if you feel like there's any kind of awkwardness, if something is rubbing you the wrong way, please fill out the form. Tell us so we can make it better, so we can get it before it gets worse. Things don't just get better on their own. That's why we have the gravitons here to hold everyone together. So bring it in. And also another reminder is that we really rely on the advice process to make decisions in our horizontal community. So if you have a big decision that you have to make that might affect other people, we don't have to always go to a vote. You just have to follow the advice process, which says, hey, people who are affected by this idea, what do you think? And also, if there's experts on that idea, on this decision that you're trying to make, go talk to them. We're a lovey-dovey community. You can go talk to anybody that's around. If you think that they might be impacted by a decision you have to make, or they might have some valuable insight on what you're trying to decide on, this is the moment. You can dive into it. I think those are the classic intros, and now we'll start the working group section. And Tam, you want to take it for community stewards?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're in Sprint 13, which ends July 8th, and here is the checklist. If you are sharing the checklist, yeah, awesome. The readiness checklist, where each of the working groups are signaling their readiness to go full steam ahead for the hatch. So the question is, if we were to hatch tomorrow, are you ready? And if you want to get, maybe I'll share this too. Here we go. So if you really want to see the exact details of what still needs to be done before the hatch, there is a label critical to hatch. And this has all of the few issues that are left for us to do before the working group signal that they're ready to hatch. Griff, are you still sharing are you still sharing the slides? Okay, let me throw that up here then. No problemo. Okay. Please bear with me. Okay, cool. So we'll hatch when we're ready. There was just a discussion right before this call around the timing for the proposal and votes. So it's still underway, and we'll wait until that's done before we share any more dates. But in the TEC, we have contributors wanted list. If you go to the forum and you go to the orientation channel, our orientation coordinator, Suga, posted a list of the skill sets that each of the stewards of the working groups are looking for. Feel free to reach out to Suga or reach out to the steward of the working group. And if none of those skill sets match your own, just jump on the calendar, come into the meetings anyway, because we usually find something that fits everyone. What else? Okay, we have 11 working groups, 16 stewards, and over 400 individual contributors in the TEC. And there's a new weekly update, where we share all the things that have happened this week in the TEC. It's basically this meeting, but in a post forum. So stay tuned for that at the end of the week. It makes for a really nice weekend reading. And I will pass to Santi to kick off legal working group updates.
Thank you, Tam. All right, in legal, we've started meeting bi-weekly, as we've done most of the work, especially the work for the hatch, which is ready. We last meeting we reviewed those documents again, and there is all the params have been introduced. The minor changes have been done because some of those were created long ago and needed some final review. And we're done with that, except for a couple of minor changes. And we've started discussing the third-party standards document that we will use to define the relationship the DAO and the members of the DAO will have between third-party services. And we plan to start discussing on the pledge, constitution, covenant in the following meeting. There is no meeting tomorrow. Next meeting, it's going to be a week from tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central European time. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Juan Carlos.
Thanks, Santi. The Gravity Working Group, as always, is open for any request to help on managing conflictive situations. And also, we are trying to collaborate with the process around the decision-making space and the decision-making proposals of the Impact Hour intervention. So as there are some changes that are going to be told in Softcop, we after this call we are going to continue working to polish the runoff of the vote, and we are going to make a sense making around equity and equality, because here we are having these different points of view, and it's always good to see what is our intention, and what is the idea behind each of the proposals. So everyone is invited to stay in the Gravity Call after this one, because this Impact Hour intervention is a very hot topic for the community, and everyone can take a part of. Also vote if you haven't, please. The token lock vote is still running, and there are a lot of different proposals for you to read and to participate. And I will pass to Hatch Outreach.
Thank you, Juanca. Hello, everyone, again. Hatch Outreach, one of the main news this sprint is that we are ready to hatch. All our issues that were critical to hatch are finished. So that's good news. Also, if everyone here, if you have received praise, then you have impact hours. You need to activate your membership in order to make good use of them. So if you don't know how to do it, if you have questions, if you have doubts, if you encounter situations, problems, bugs in the DApp, whatever the thing is, reach me out and we can help you do it. Because otherwise your impact hours will be lost. Then also we want to share that everyone with more than 4 impact hours has been contacted. We finished the campaign this week, and it was, if I may say so, a success. So thanks Ham for the support and for the ideas, and also to everyone else who assist on this, making this possible. We also have a few documents coming down the line. We have the Hatcher Handbook, which is basically an easy document, or we tended to make it an easy document for everyone who is getting into the hatch. If you're a hatcher, this document will serve you to understand the hatch. We'll have the links that you will need and information that may be accessible for you. We also have in a closing document for this working group. We are closing after the closing of the hatch. The mission of this working group will end. And so we are having a document that will serve as a reference for other working groups and their closure. And finally, if you want to join, if you were onboarded by me, by Tam, by anyone else from the Hatcher Outreach team, and you just want to have a drink, we will have in the latest meeting after the closing of the hatch, we will have a small gathering to just talk about it and just close the working group. So with that being said, I will pass it on to Livy.
Thanks, Adu. So for SoftGov, starting with good news, we had our first distribution today of SourceCred. We have 5 people voting already of 8, so I'm almost sure that the vote passed already. I forgot to put a link there. I'll add some. But yeah, Mateo did a great job adding all of the addresses there. I was also helping him out to see if there was going to be any mistakes with that, but it all went through. So we had an anonymous donation of 1.5 honey. And I'll share a little bit more in the forum later, but we have a list of, okay, let me see if I can put the link in there now, but we have a list of addresses and the distribution that happened. I took off of names, we took off the addresses. 1 second, I'll post in here. This also offers a good insight for how we're dealing with praise and just another type of distribution that happened from another contribution reward method. So we can see a little bit there what's how much everyone has. Oh, I don't know why the percentages are not there. They should be. Maybe there they are. Cool. Yeah, so you can now take a look at that. And for the praise moving forward, so we have the proposals open. There are many proposals there. We had 2 debates this week. There's so much conversation happening around the impact hour intervention. And today we were supposed to close the primaries session, but then YGG submitted a proposal earlier today. It's proposal 7, and this proposal had almost 500 votes, signaling that there is a support for this. So he wants to extend the vote 1 week. So we had a big debate in the call previous to this one, and Tamara and Jess suggested that we add 24 hours just so more proposals can be submitted, and that we take a look at the runoff to see if we can add more proposals to the runoff instead of just 2 to 4. So I think considering how much support the proposal to delay the final date took, we'll add this 24 hours. So tomorrow we'll have the runoff voting, the runoff session that we were having Gravity now, just to organize all of these final proposals and move on with it. So there's a lot of discussion about the decision space, what tools we are using, and again, just a disclaimer to everyone: we have very limited tools. And in soft governance, it's something that we are all learning together how to create these processes. And communication is something that is a real challenge for us, because sometimes information gets posted in the forum and then not everyone has access to it. And we just need to figure it out together, better ways to be informed about everything we're doing as we go. So if anyone has questions about that, sorry if it was confusing what I just said, you can reach out to me, and please cast your votes until tomorrow. So until tomorrow, the same time, the primaries will be open. Read the proposals. They are very interesting, and cast all your votes. That's very important for us moving forward to get a signal of what proposals should be on top. And with that, I'll pass to Septimus.
Thank you, Livy. Yeah, on transparency, we gather bi-weekly. Next Monday we will be. So next Monday we have a call. We didn't have this one. Basically, we're still on the discussion, and I think I will propose a vote. But the thing is, right now there is only one proposal, and was rated by me. Like when giving new credentials to new people, we should put a type form, and then also to the stewards, if no one blocks it, then these people in 24 hours get access. Might be too bureaucratic, maybe not. Like that's the time to go on the forum and engage it. And then all the proposals are going to be on a vote for the community. The other thing, it's like we're still advancing on the on the code of conduct for admins. Yesterday we were with ByByB working on the forum, and there is a lot of things that people can do with the forum admin power. So we also we need to think about people can also get IPs. So that's something we need to discuss, chat, and get decisions together as a community. And with that I'll pass it to Omega.
Yeah, so the Omega calls are bi-weekly. We didn't have one yesterday, but next week we'll continue working on the mural board to distill the answers from the type form and also continue with the beautiful work that Letty and Shebnan are leading us towards ethical token engineering.
And Livia, just really quick, were you saying that so the voting for token log is extended 24 hours?
Yes.
So what time does the voting end, exactly?
So we had the vote to end at 8:30 Europe time today. So we'll have that tomorrow. I'll transfer in the calendar now.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So 8:30 tomorrow. Okay, and labs, I don't think we have anyone from labs here. So there's a lot of action, but in the interest of time, I think, does anyone want to speak up for labs? I think we got to pass, and I can talk about a lot of the work in params. And we'll throw it to Chewy for comms.
Thank you, Griff. We meet on Tuesdays, as you know, to come up with everything around the comms and the hatch campaign that we're starting next week. So we pretty much have a bunch of stuff ready, a bunch of content ready to keep pushing it until the hatch closes, and then we can give our growing community more direction. So we're launching our community video as our big launch for the whole campaign, and this is going to happen on Monday. So remember, sharing is caring. I think it's a good opportunity to start telling our close people what we're working on and how proud this makes us. And also we are creating and finishing a content index for the whole hatch campaign. If you think that you have an article or blog post, forum post that might be important and relevant for the hatch campaign, feel free to approach us. And also, if you're thinking of writing something, these contributions help a lot. So we're going to be in touch for this. We're coming up with the TE Scouts hack sessions, and we are putting together something we're trying to call the TEC Lounge or something like this for as networking spaces. So this is very exciting. We're meeting on Wednesdays for this. Everyone is invited. We have our content workshops. Please come to those. We work on a lot of new ideas in them. And also our hatch animation video, it's almost ready, and we're gonna have an advance on next week. So make sure you come to our working group to check it out and throw in any suggestions that you might think of to make it better. And that's it for comms. I'll pass it to params with Griff.
Yeah, lots of action going on, but it's just the daily grind. We have our weekly syncs moved to Tuesday to accommodate more European times. So definitely come to that. They're a lot of fun, really productive. I promise we will blow your mind. Also, because we're making major progress. I'm going to have to hold it back for next week. Marcos has an early draft of the dashboard. But I didn't get his permission to show it off. Oh, having dinner with his family or something. So, but it'll have to be a tease. You'll have to come to our Sunday hack session if you want to see it quickly. We have a 4-hour hack session on Sunday. You can drop in and we'll show you what's going on. You can hack on whatever you want. We put on some music and we just all hang out and work together. It's really fun. We've made a lot of progress on the design validation. All the specs are done for conviction voting, the token thaw. which is what we're calling like the lockup of tokens for hatchers, and the augmented bonding curve. And so now Marco's put together a fun user journey for someone to come in and be educated about what they're actually doing. Super cool, very inspired by the Common Simulator, and it's all powered by the Python backend that YGG, Sem, Mohammed, and Nuggin have been working on, and Vitor's taking the lead on now to bring it to the finish line. So major praise to Vitor. Always got to get his name in here for sure. But it's starting to look really cool, and this is the main project for Params, and it's a big one, and we're just in the grind. And with that, I'll also kind of take on the Common Swarm, at least introducing it, and I'll pass it to Pablo in a second. But we have this really cool EVM scripter, which we're going to start calling CRISPR, the DAO CRISPR, because it's a super cool application that really will take technocracy one step further back. Right now, if you want to upgrade your DAO, it's a pain. You have to be able to, like, if you want to change Aragon apps and stuff, you really have to be a hardcore dev. And you kind of have to trust the hardcore dev in what they're doing. So, like, especially when it comes to things like adding permissions, your technocracy could totally take advantage of the DAO and just say, oh yeah, guess what? I can mint tokens. And it would be so buried in the code, you never see it. And it's really not a safe situation. And so Paulo has gone out of his way to build this really nice library that allow anyone to just see very clearly what the vote is doing, right? The vote is installing this app. It's installing that app. It's adding the permissions for disputable voting that this app can then have this role, right? And it says it in a clear way that, yes, it is still in code, but at least we can see it, before that wasn't possible. And Paulo, I don't know if you have anything to add on that.
Yes, Griff. This last week we've been working on this library. The idea is to make, as you said, votes that include many actions like installing apps, revoking, granting permissions. The idea is to use this. The first use case for this library will be making the Commons upgrade. So as you can see on Griff's screen, this is basically the code that we're gonna use to make the Commons upgrade for the after the hatch, and we're close to finishing the toolkit to begin using it. So yeah, I wanted to show a little demo of the library, if I may share my screen really quick so you guys can see some use case.
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome, thank you. Give me a second.
While he's sharing his screen, I also want to give major shout out to Nuggin and Vitor for their work on getting Convert to work on Rinkeby with the new contract and really optimizing entry-exit tributes, getting the virtual and supply integrated in, and really the slippage and all the things that you'd expect in Uniswap interactions are basically ready for Convert. So major progress there.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So this will be an example call of the library. As you can see here, I'm trying to basically install 2 vaults, one the funding pool and another I call the reserve, and mint some tokens for my account here. So if we execute this, this will create a vote on this XDAI DAO that you can see here. So here's the vote that will show. 1 second. Sorry. Where is it? Okay, okay. So this will be the maybe if the DAO loads. Oh. Oh, here it is. So here is an example vote, as you can see. The vote description contains every action that I just said. Installing the vault, minting some tokens for this account, and creating this vault here. Oh, this I'm not sure what is this, but anyway. So we're close to finishing. We only need to add the permissions functionality, and yeah, it will be as easy as to click just on a vote and deploy the whole Commons upgrade. So just to show a tiny demo for you guys, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Griff.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, before when you're upgrading a DAO, it will just say like some code or something and it just means nothing. And it's just like, yeah, vote for this. And it's like, okay, you know? And now you can actually know what you're voting for, what you're doing to the DAO, and it's just so much cleaner. So thank you, Paulo, for showing that off. And last but obviously not least, Julie. Welcome to the party, Julie. Do you want to tell us about Paris? And introduce yourself.
Yes, hi. Thanks for inviting me to this community call. Chewy, do you want to say something before I start, or should I go?
No, go ahead. Take it away, Julie.
Okay. So I'm from Paris. I'm French, and I'm your event planner, and I'm in charge of organizing all of the trip. So I've already reached out to most of you by message on Discord or on Telegram, and thank you for your answers for now. But for the ones who haven't answered yet, please take the time to answer. So I'm currently working on several things. The main thing is trying to gathering all the information that I need for all the people that are coming to Paris, so that we can find the best way to bring the ones that are in the most difficult countries, and trying to find the alternatives way to bring everyone to the city. And the other thing is that I'm in charge of the TEC house, which is finding an apartment to house everyone. So if you want, I can share my screen very quick just to show you one apartment that we found, and maybe we should book this one soon. That's why I also really need your confirmation dates to everyone who's coming, so that we can book the apartment. So I will share my screen if I can. I just have to figure out, because I'm a newbie on Discord.
Do you see it?
Yeah,
nice work.
Let me know if it works.
Still spinning.
I don't know
Julie, maybe
if I did the things.
Stop streaming and then try again. It's like
okay.
Bug.
Do you think it will work now? I think my computer just doesn't want. So okay. Maybe I will have another occasion to show you, or maybe Shui, if you have the links, I don't know if you have them, just to show you, because I think we really found a nice place, and it would be nice for you to see what's expecting you. So the thing is, we have 2 apartments that are in the same building, and for now we can host around 10 people in each apartment, so it would be around 20 people total. So you have to be quick if you want to come, so that we can book your room and make sure that there's a space for you, and we will always find space for you. So yeah, that's it. So it's really urgent, and I really need you to send me your information and confirmation of tickets if you want to come. I just want to know, like, if anyone has a question, or if you need to talk about anything in Paris, don't hesitate to reach out to me and send me a message, or call me on Discord, and I will be really glad to help you and find a way to solve the problems you might have. Oh, there's a string back. Okay, so yeah, I'll leave you, Griff, if you want to take back.
Yeah, I'll take it back. And I just saw YGG snuck in, so I wanted YGG. Do you have any updates for labs?
Do you want to open up that? Let's see. Probably mostly the same as last week. I don't think there's anything huge. No, this looks good. So TE services is happening, praise analysis, the votes and everything. So I'm sure everyone's up to date with that. Tech labs happening on Fridays, Sunday hack sessions. So nothing really brand new. Thanks,
Cool.
Thanks, Griff.
For sure, man. And then Tam, I don't know if you know this, but you're presenting the swag shop.
Yeah, I think I found out like an hour ago. Woohoo! Keep me on my toes. So super excited actually to present the swag shop. Let me just share my screen. Okay, cool. So we'll start with something boring, just to build up excitement. So the swag shop is a decentralized, I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. Decentralized front end by Origin Protocol. And it was, I just want to give some credit to Nicoline and Ludo who brought this to the TEC. This front end or this code base does some really interesting things that other shops don't, which is accept crypto and specifically custom tokens. So if you had your CS Love airdrop when you activated your Trusted Seed membership, that's how you got your swag. Okay, so TEC swag. So credit to Acid Laser for designing the swag and for creative input from Chewy. The shop is still a little bit work in progress, but once you fund the hatch, you will receive a Swag Tech airdrop for you to be able to get this exclusive limited edition hatch t-shirt. Only hatchers will have this t-shirt. It's not available for sale. And I don't want to dox people, but there's some weird cash thing that's happening with this shop. So I set this up. Once you order your shirt, you can pay for it with Swag Tech, which is very, very cool. And this happens super fast too. All of the shipping is included, of course, so it happens pretty smoothly. But that's not all. I also want to show you the cross-brand shop. I probably don't need 5 minutes for it, but Common Stack has a shop, which is like Common Stack and Friends. So Common Stack, Token Engineering, Giveth, DAppNode. A few things about this. First, I want to give credit to Marco for the trucker cap and these first shirts that like really got this kicked off. And then I want to say this is actually on the mainnet. So this accepts ETH and DAI, so you don't need a special token for this. You can buy things right now. Yesterday, I bought myself this mug. And gas was super cheap. It was less than $2 for gas. I paid for it myself. I'm actually really excited to start using this mug. So this is open now, and you can get swag. But before you do, I just want to say, if you're going to be with us in Paris, we're going to have a bunch of swag for you. So I'm sorry I'm spoiling the alert. I'm sorry I'm spoiling a little bit the surprise, but we will have a bunch of t-shirts to give out for everyone, all of us, and as well for people at the conference. But we're not going to have like sweatshirts and mugs, so do come and buy some stuff if you just want to have some swag. We're not making any profit from this store, by the way. It's just to be able to make it available. And I just want two calls for help. If you are skilled at designing merch, t-shirts, hats, sweatpants, what have you, please do come and get in touch with me. We're still open and looking for people with that skill set. And then the second thing is Codebase. DShop Codebase is really tricky. If you are skilled with DShop or you are interested in learning how to use it, get in touch with us too, because it's been tricky for us to keep these stores, to get the new stores up. And I feel like if we ever have a problem with it, we're dead because we don't know it. We don't have anyone who knows D# really well. So it'd be very welcome. Yeah, and that's really all I have for the swag shop.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you for warning us about the shirts. It was very smart. Since Marco actually got back to me during this call, so I'm going to show off the beginning of since we have 2 minutes left, I'm going to just show off where we're at on the dashboard. And I posted the link in the community hall. The first thing I want to show you is on Figma. You can if you click around, you'll see this little like talking bubble in the upper right corner. You can add a comment. You can change the way we're developing this by adding a comment and telling Marco that, oh, you know what would be a great idea? Put it over there, or whatever ideas you think. But here we're just kind of explaining our thoughts about the user. We do expect the user to know kind of what's going on, but they don't have to be a technical person. And then we kind of tell them about where we are in the hatch and what's happening. And oh, look, there's an alternate version of what's next. And then so you can kind of have these two different options. So that's kind of cool. And then we're going to have these different sections. There'll be 4 different sections where we can discuss what's happening with the token and its value. Oh, it's a token freeze and token thaw. And we give a little, little pop-ups about what's happening. Obviously, it's going to be colored in and more and prettier stuff. And major props to Mitch for putting all this through, and to Lauren Nuggin and the Prams team for helping to edit all of these things. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, it's super easy to comment. And if you want to go wild and see his action, you can open it in Editor up here in the middle. And then you can see the pages he's not showing us yet. The secret behind the scenes action. And don't worry, you can't mess it up. You don't have edit rights or anything. You can just go in there and comment and see Marco at work. It's incredible. He's an artist. And with that, thank you guys so much for coming to the call today. Gravity is next. Equity versus equality. It's a pretty interesting topic. So jump into that, and we'll see you in the Gravity room. Thank you all, and remember to vote. 24 hours to vote for the